Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Emer's Sing by Sight Bite-size session number 4. What have I got in store for you this evening? Wow, we're going to talk about major 7th chords. Gorgeous chords, fantastic chords. Also, they can cause a little bit of trouble for sight singers, but hey, tonight I am going to take you through some elements of major 7th chords that hopefully will make your life so much easier. There's two main things I'm going to talk about this evening to do with major 7th chords, and also actually something really important I'll mention now, and I will mention at the end of this session, is that this video will be on YouTube tomorrow night, so head over to YouTube if you want to check it out again. But also, I'm putting an exercise with this video. I'm putting a major 7th exercise with the video because I'm going to tell you how you need to train your ears and get your ears a little bit more used to major 7ths. And there's no point me telling you what to do if I don't help you do it. So when it's on YouTube tomorrow night, if you go to the description section, and sometimes it says show more, click there and there'll be a link to take you through to a track that I've written that will hopefully help you practice singing around major 7th chords. Okay, oh, and also this session is aimed for more advanced level singers, but if you're a more entry level sight singer, don't worry, I do have something for you to do. It's a bit of challenging, but I have something for you to do as well. So sit back and enjoy the rest of this session. Here goes. What am I asking you to look at? So we're going to get the first slide on the screen, and before I actually talk about the first slide, there's the two points I really want to talk to you about tonight regarding major 7th chords are: you have to know what they sound like. You have to be super comfortable with listening to them and also singing around them. Because if the sound of a major 7th chord comes as a big surprise to you, it'll throw you. Or if you're asked to sing around a major 7 chord and you don't know how to do it, that will throw you. So my first big point is, guys, you have to get used to the harmonic texture, the harmonic timbre and sound of a major 7 chord. And then you have to be able to sing around it. Now, this is what my exercise is going to help you with, okay? So I am giving you an exercise to do to work on that. But that's my first really big important point. And my second point regarding major 7th chords tonight is your eyes need to get used to picking out the notes on a piece of music. Now, if you are the type singer who is fantastic at their key signatures, you can say to me, oh my word, D major, 2 sharps, F sharp, C sharp. I know that, I am fantastic. I will say to you, great, but can you tell me the notes of the chord of D major? Now, some of you out there can. I know some of you out there are very good sight singers. Fantastic. I know some of you out there might not be able to do this, and this is something that is so useful. On my sight singing course, Sing by Sight, every time I go through a new key signature, I also get you to learn the notes of the chord, and there's an exercise where you're just leaping around the chord, because it's like, it's easy, it's free money when you know the notes of a chord and you're looking at a piece of music. For example, if you're in D major, the notes of the chord D, F sharp, A. So if you're skimming through a piece of music and you can see a chord of D major and you can see an A, you think, oh, that's fine, it's just the dominant, I'm pretty good with that. Or you see the movement F sharp, A, D, you think, oh, that's just singing up the chord. You don't have to use much brain power to work that out, and you can use your brain power for something else, that's some other element that you're sight singing, okay? So my two things: practice what major 7th chords sound like, really get that, absorb that harmonic texture into you, and learn the names of the notes of all the chords that you're going to be dealing with and all the key signatures that you know. So the first slide we're looking at, right, what have I got for you? Okay, look, I've got the C major chord, straightforward. That is a harmonic sound that we should be comfortable with. As I say, this is aimed at more advanced singers. You should be pretty cool with that. Pretty cool. The 7th is that sound. Now, if it was only that sound, it would be fantastic. But if you're working with a pianist, they can play it here. They can play it anywhere, and that's part of the problem. You're kind of thinking, oh, hang on, can you just stop and slow down? Because I need to tune into what you're doing. Now, some singers find it really useful to find the bass, use the bass note as their reference for the tonic, for the key note. That's fantastic. Some singers find it a bit tricky. I do know this, and so I don't always use that method because some singers find it a little bit tricky to hone in on a note that's down there and then sing it in their register up there. They can't make that octave leap. But if you can hear this and tune into that note as your tonic and then find all your other notes, fantastic. Again, I've given you an exercise that will help you find this a little bit easier. And then the other chord I've given you, F major, pretty straightforward harmonic sound, F major 7. That type of sound is what you really need to be familiar with and absorb. Why is the major 7th note tricky? What makes that tricky? Well, basically, if you're looking at the chord of C major 7, you've got C, E, G, B, and then C again. So your major 7th is a half tone or a semitone. Some people call it semitone, some people call it half tone, is a half tone away from the tonic, and the tonic is the strongest pull. So you are singing a note that's essentially clashing. But when you put the rest of the chord round it, it's not a clash. It's lovely. It's really rich. It's warm. It's a beautiful texture. But that's why singing major 7th chords can be tricky, because the major 7th, the note that you're being asked to sing, is a half tone away from the strongest note of the chord. Okay, now listen, the rest of this first slide, all I've done is write out some notes that sing around the major 7th, just to get you used to it. Now, if you're watching this on a decent sized computer screen, you'll notice that between, on the second line, between the first note and the second note, I've got a little tiny note, an A. The first chord I'm going to play is C major 7, C, E, G, B. And we've got G, B, G, E. You're just singing around the chord. But if you find it difficult to sing up to that B, then sing a little A as a passing note, just until you're comfortable going from the 5th to the 7th back to the 5th, okay? So listen, let's just have a go at it. I'll give you this as a beat, 2, 3, 4. Try it again, and this time sing that A as a little passing note. Okay, now we're going to try it in D major. Okay, try it again. I'll use that B as a passing note. Okay, and then once finally in B flat, just try B flat. That's the type of texture I'm asking you to sing. Now, if you are quick, the final chord I played was E flat major 7. E flat major 7, E flat, G, B flat, the 7th is D. I had you finish on the 7th, okay? That note, really nice stuff, guys. Lovely stuff. Now, all well and good me talking to you like that in those terms. You need to see it in action in a piece of music. You need to see it in context, and you need to figure out yourselves and see how it all works and all fits. So we're going to go on to slide number 2. Slide number 2 is our in context piece this evening. Okay, it's been a beautiful day here, guys, where I am. I'm not sure how the weather's been with you, but I decided to write a really nice bossa nova for a couple of reasons. First reason, it's a lovely day outside. Second reason, it really works with these major 7th chords. Now, I am going to take you through a whirlwind looking at this piece of music. You might want to watch this video again, okay, guys? So if you do, oh, sorry. Oh, there we go. Is that better? Okay, sorry guys. You might want to watch this video again. If you do, yeah, just do watch it again and see how I've worked through the piece of music. Okay, I've got a fancy new microphone, by the way. I'm still not used to working with it. Anyway, here goes. Listen, let's do our routine for reading. First thing you see, treble clef. Next thing you see, 3 sharps. A major. Next thing you see, 4/4. 2 bars rest. Great. I always suggest the next thing you look at is the rhythm. So we're going to have a quick look at the rhythm. Okay, let me give you this tempo. It's quite bright, but you're good. Okay, so here goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now, what I would say to you is there's a bit of a syncopation thing going on in bar 3 and bar 4. Now, my eyes would scoot down to the second line, and what I would say is fantastic. The rhythm's exactly the same except for bar 10. I'd look at the bar 11. I'd move on with bar 11. I'd have a quick look at the rhythm there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. And I would look at the next line down and I would say, you know what, it's nearly the same. Bar 13's got a rest in it, bar 17 doesn't have a rest in it, but it's nearly the same. So my rhythm, I'd think, fantastic. Then I'd look at my notes, I'd look at my melodic movement, and my eyes would scoot through it really quickly. And I would say, you know what, I'm moving in step, up and down. Basically, in step means you're moving the next note up or the next note down. So this piece is virtually moving in step, except bar 5 to bar 6 is C sharp down to A. And there's exactly the same bar 9 to bar 10. Bar 18, I would say to you, you've got a half note on the B, and then you've got a rest. My eyes would leap back because there's a repeat mark, the close repeat, go back to the open repeat, and I sing an E. And I'd think, you know what, that's not actually too difficult because the final chord I'm listening to is the chord of E major. So hopefully my ears will go back onto that E. And in fact, the chords I've written are a little turnaround to get you back into the key of A major, because what I would also notice is at the end of bar 10, there is a key change. I've done this basically because I want you to sing around quite a few major 7th chords. I don't want it just to be 2 chords. So by putting a key change in, I've been able to use 2 more major 7th chords. And in fact, every chord in this piece, except the chords in bar 18, they're all major 7th chords. So you're actually getting soaked in wonderful major 7ths. Now, the next thing I would say to myself is, lyrics, do. Yeah, listen, I'm not worried about lyrics. You sing whatever you want to sing. Normally I give you lyrics to sing, but this, I really need you to get those major 7th notes in tune and lock into them. So I'm not distracting you with lyrics. What I would do next is I would say to myself, you know what, this piece, the chords say major 7. And that is screaming out to me that at some point in my melody, I may well be asked to sing the major 7th of the chord. Let me see. First chord, bar 3, is A major 7. A major 7 is A, C sharp, E, G sharp. Are there any G sharps? Yes, there are. And in fact, the first G sharp I see is a bit of a push. And then at the end of that line, the next G sharp I see is also a little bit of a push. Then I move on to bar 5. The chord in bar 5 is D major 7. Now the notes of D major 7 are D, F sharp, A, C sharp. And so I am actually singing the major 7th in bar 5. And I can think to myself, you know what? That is fantastic. I've worked on major 7ths. I've practiced locking into major 7ths, to listening to the chord, to finding my note and to feeling where I sit. So the fact that I have got the whole of bar 5 on a major 7 is great news. Now, the next line is the same, okay, guys? So let's move on to bar 11. The chord in bar 11 is F major 7, and the notes of the chord of F major 7, F, A, C plus an E. So yes, again, you're singing the major 7th. And moving on, I'm going to move on swiftly to bar 13. The chord is C major 7, and the notes of C major 7 are C, E, G, B. And again, I've got you singing the major 7th. Now, this is fantastic because you know the names of the chords and you know already that you're singing the major 7th. So when it comes to that bar, instead of thinking, oh, what note am I singing? Well, hang on, where do I fit in that chord? You can relax and you can say to yourself, as I said before, I'm okay with this. It's the major 7th. I'm fine. Now, we're going to have a go at singing this, okay? And what I will say to you, 2 things. The track goes through at a little bit of a pace because you're a higher level and I want to push you. But also, I have done the beautiful thing of the first time through this piece, your melody is played by a lovely cheesy, easy listening vibes part, okay? So you're being helped the first time. And the reason for that is because I need you to concentrate on your pitch. I need you to think about locking into that major 7th note. The second time through on the repeat, you're on your own, guys, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at singing it. And every time we come to that major 7th, you're going to try and open your ears a bit more and really hear the chord that's going on. Okay, guys? Right, we're going to have a go at it. So here goes. You'll get your 2 bars counting. Here goes. 2, 2, 3, and 4. So there's our chord, and there's your first note. Hear that major 7? Beginning. And then sing it again by yourself. Okay, I'll come in. Okay, how did you get on with that? How did you get on? Take a bow. Hopefully you got on really well with it. Like I say, it went through quite quickly and it's the type of melody that, yeah, listen, go away and listen to it again. Watch it again on YouTube tomorrow and just make sure you're comfortable with all those major 7ths. They're all in there. The first time through, I'm helping you so that you can just relax a bit and you can lock into those notes. Now, I did say I was going to do something with the more entry-level sight singers. So what am I going to do with you? Because I haven't written a part. Guys, this is where you are going to work on your ear training as well. So your more advanced level guys, you this time through, you're going to sing that part again. You're going to work on it. Think about vowels that you can use and consonants you can use. I've written do-do-do, you can use na-na-nad and do-be-do, dava-dava, anything you want, la-la-la, whatever you want. Try and put some nice vocal textures in now, okay? But this time through, concentrate on the 7ths. Maybe the next time through, think of vocal textures. But you more entry-level guys, what I'm going to ask you to do is listen to it again and be quiet for the first bar. And in the second bar, sing a note of the chord that you're hearing that's the most prominent. Now, the first time through, it's most probably going to be the note of the melody that I'm playing. But that's fantastic, because what you're doing is you're going to actually hook onto the 7th most probably. And so this is ear training for you. You're not sight singing, but you're doing fantastic work with your ears. I've written this tune so that each chord is for 2 bars, so that the entry-level singers do have a chance. Listen, sing, listen, sing, listen, sing. And that's what we're going to do this time. Now, you might choose a different note to sing than I do, okay? But let's just see how it goes. Let's see. And the other guys, more advanced levels, you hold your lines, you start singing this exercise again. Let's have a go and see what we come out with. Here goes. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so entry level. Listen. Okay, now that's not actually as easy as I kind of maybe made it out to be. It is not that easy, but the more you practice it, the more you're listening and trying to find notes, the more you're training your ears, which is fantastic. Now, I have raced through this part really quickly because what I want to do now is show you a piece. The next slide has basically got exactly the same piece, but it's got no chords. And what are the pitfalls for a sight singer when you get given a part that's got no chords? I'm going to explain this pretty quickly. What I'm going to say is, you know the tune now. You know what it is. You know it's A major. But let's look at bar 5, for example. If you didn't know that on the previous version there was a D major 7 chord there, you'd look at bar 5, you'd think C sharp, that's most probably going to be the chord of A. And in fact, bar 6 has got an A, that's most probably going to be the chord of A as well. Fantastic. And then all of a sudden, it isn't the chord of A, it's a major 7th chord. When you don't have chords written over the top, you have to focus really hard on your line and you have to hold on to your line. I've spoke about this in one of the fundamentals, fundamental number 1, I think it is. And there's a great exercise that goes with that now on YouTube, guys, check that out. You have to hold on to your line because you don't know what you're going to hear. You don't know, you might, like I say, you might think, oh, that's going to be an A major chord in bar 5 and bar 6. And in fact, if your eyes scoot along to bar 11, we've done a key change to C major. So you might look at the first note in bar 11 and think it's an E. That's in the chord of C major. That's going to be great. It's going to be the chord of C major. And it's not the chord of F major 7. But because you've worked on your major 7th chords, because you've practiced the exercise I gave you, and because you've looked at this bite-sized session and you've really tried to absorb major 7th chords, when you hear it, you'll think, that's not what I was expecting, but I know what it is and I'm comfortable with it. Sight singing, so much of it is about not knowing what you're going to hear at all. In fact, you don't know what you're going to read, you don't know what you're going to hear, but being comfortable with it. And you being more familiar and more strong and more aware of major 7th chords means that when you come to something like bar 11, that's not the chord of C major, it's the chord of F major 7, you can think, that's very nice, not what I was expecting, but I can work with that. I've got a lovely note, and in fact, I'm pretty sure I'm singing the 7th. Okay, so we are going to go through it one more time. And this time without the chords. You know it, guys, exactly the same format. Vibes is going to play the first time, you're going to sing the second time, and you're going to just, I'm doing it with you so you're aware of what it looks like when you don't have chords. And maybe it's unexpected, but you're okay. So here goes, let's have a go at it one more time. Here goes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey yeah yeah. Ooh ooh ah ooh. Oh yes, and the crowd went wild. Marvellous. Yes, I got Rob to put the applause on for you. I'm sorry I'm not singing. I'm breaking up a little bit because I'm very aware I've got a super sensitive mic tonight. So I must sing out a little bit more for you. But basically, guys, let me recap. The recap is use your ears and get used to listening to major seventh chords, to that harmonic texture. Do the exercise I've given you. It's based on this tune, then it plays around with the chord, then it goes back to this tune, then you sing around the chord a different way, then it goes back to this tune and you sing around chords another way. You use this tune as a theme and then you keep leaping out. The reason I've done that is because I want you to practice singing around major seventh chords, yes, but I want you to keep putting it back into context and seeing how a tune can have major seventh notes in it, but also see how it can be a technical exercise as well. You're just marrying the two ideas up. So you need to get used to singing around major seventh chords, and then, where possible, read the chords written above your part and just say, am I singing any major sevenths? The writer has written the major seventh chord. I must be singing it somewhere. Where am I singing it? And then enjoy it. Enjoy that harmonic rub and that real lovely scrunchy sound that you're going to make when you sing the major seventh notes. Okay, so guys, I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of a trip around major seventh chords. If you have, please head over to vocalvista.com, www.vocalvista.com. Check out my fantastic online sight singing course called Sing by Sight. It's huge, it's epic, and it's got loads of stuff like this with loads of tunes for you to work with and exercises to really put into practice everything you're learning. So you're not just doing exercises, you're actually singing pieces of music, okay? Also, this video, like I say, will be on YouTube tomorrow, so check that out. Have a go, click down on the description bit and try the exercise as well. And in fact, I mentioned holding the line's got an exercise. All the fundamentals, I've got exercises with them now, guys. And one of them is moving around the chord, which is a kind of basic version of this singing major sevenths. So if the major sevenths is a bit too advanced now, do the moving around the chord one first and then move on to the major seventh one. Anything else? Oh yeah, if you've got any requests, please send them in. I did major sevenths tonight because somebody did ask me. So check out the Ella Fitzgerald version of I Can't Get Started. Somebody did mention I Loved You, Porgy. Katie. I will do ninths another time. So I will get round to that. But if any of you have got anything else you want me to look at, anything to do with sight singing, I really enjoy writing all these exercises. I really enjoy doing this. So please just drop me a message and say, hey Emer, you know, can you go through chromatic stuff? Actually, chromatic's one I will go through. Can you go through some chromatic stuff, please? Just go through that for me. Okay, I'm happy to do anything. And have I left anything out, Rob? Anything? No?
Blog.
Oh, my blog. There's a blog on the Vocal Vista, www.vocalvista.com. Yes, there is a blog there. So head over to that and check out all the little bits and pieces I've been writing as well. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube, guys. Click the subscribe, but also click the bell because then you'll get notifications every time I put stuff up. And I'm going to be putting lots more stuff up, more interviews, all sorts of stuff's going to be going on my YouTube channel. So subscribe to that, and also follow us on Facebook because there'll be bits going on there as well. And basically, I hope you've enjoyed my little dive around Harmony Cove of the major sevenths, and I will see you for some more fun, bite-sized fun next week, guys. Bye.